Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
Thanks for inviting me into your bathroom.
No problem whatsoever.
Knock.
That was actually for my 16th birthday.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Was that the one where we all wore army print?
Yeah.
And you wore like a different colour to stand out? Do you not remember that?
No.
That was your strategy. It was like everyone had to wear army print and then you were going to wear like white or something. And then you were just, yes.
Okay, so first I get my conditioner.
Mm.
Because it's less harsh on the skin.
Instead of shaving foam?
Yeah.
Do you have to do this every day?
Yeah.
Mm.
If I don't, I have like major anxiety about like 5 o'clock shadow or... Yeah.
Would your hormones stop it now?
They can reduce it slightly, but so far I haven't really seen it, so...
Will they eventually?
Yeah, probably.
That's cool.
No, not really.
No?
No.
Do you get anything
I'll have to
waxed?
get laser.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I have such sensitive skin, I always like bleed from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That's just my life.
Do you do your whole face, yeah? Oh, I can see you bleeding.
Oh god, that's probably not good for camera. Make you a happy profile.
Oh my god, thank you! You're so kind and generous that you don't offer without me even having to ask. So sweet and kind. She's not just a pretty face, she's actually a role model.
Oh god, don't show that.
Don't show the pizza.
No.
So what do you do all day? You just sit here and eat this cold pizza? It's like your day-to-day routine?
Yeah, I just shake my face until I bleed and then...
And then you just sit around eating cold pizza?
Yeah, it's a great life.
Do you have a job?
I do.
What is it?
I'm a hairdresser.
You're a hairdresser?
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy it? Are you really good at asking people where they want to go on their holidays?
Yeah, that's my specialty. It's probably the only thing I know how to do.
Yeah.
So. Hi, my name is Chloe O'Hurley. I'm 21. I'm from Cork. I'm an apprentice hairdresser. And this is my story.
What do your hormone blockers actually do?
They like block out the testosterone so my body can't produce it, as much of it. Just keeps like my hormone levels at the same levels as like any other cis woman. I'm gonna just counting down the days to surgery. He kind of said, I can't promise you an exact date, but he said, give it a year. He said, we'll have a lot more to talk about it then, because I'll have put you on the waiting list and there'll probably be some sort of a letter that's been come back from about it. And then you kind of have to go through stages of basically convincing them that you're that you need the surgery.
You get prescriptions from Lockton every 3 months, or is it?
Yeah,
do you have a
I used to get
prescription?
the prescription for the patches as well.
Okay.
But now it's just the injection.
Just the injection. Okay. Yeah. You all right?
Yeah.
And we can give local anaesthetic, but you've
No.
always been okay with.
Yeah.
Okay. Sharp pinch.
Used to be sexual reassignment surgery, but now it's gender confirmation surgery. So once I have that, like, to be honest, without trying to sound dramatic, but I actually think it's gonna be like being reborn like, because it's like I'll finally have the body that I always wanted.
A little bit of tape just to put hold it in place.
And do you have to keep getting them forever, or?
I probably won't after I've had like my bottom surgery.
Yeah.
I won't have to get the injection anymore because my body won't like naturally produce the same levels of testosterone. But I'll always have to be on like some form of estrogen, like medication. So
The patches?
yeah, so at the moment I'm on the patches. It's kind of annoying because it's like, you know, someone taking the pill. You have to remember to do it, and I'm just kind of like really bad for forgetting about things. Like I was meant to get my blocker injection like 3 weeks ago, and I only realised like last week that I was like late.
You put your patch on every morning?
No, every Tuesday and Friday.
Doesn't come up in the shower or anything? Doesn't come up in the shower?
No, the glue is like so strong that like if you don't like scrub it like with like a really rough brush, it doesn't come off.
Oh.
So like sometimes I'm a bit lazy and I just leave it there. I suppose it all kind of started with Jamie putting up a video online about coming out as transgender, and then that was taken up by like a press company, and they asked to do a story on her, and then she was like, oh, I have a sister, if you were interested in doing it on both of us. You know, they kind of said, we're just going to see what we can get like with it, and we were expecting like a magazine and maybe a newspaper to have the story, but within like 3 days it went international. It was in like every newspaper, every language, like we were seeing like, it was just crazy, all the stuff that was being sent to us. And then we were asked to go on like different shows and stuff to tell our story. This guy contacted us about doing a documentary, and he said it would be over the space of a year. He wanted to document our transitions, and he'd like make sure everything was paid for us. We wouldn't have to pay for a thing. The surgeries, the laser, anything that we wanted, it was just all going to be covered within a year. And obviously, like, we shouldn't have believed that. It was kind of naive to think that that was going to happen. And it was all like really sensationalized, and brothers now sisters, bruvs transitioned to sisters, all this kind of stuff. And it just wasn't really good. They said, oh, if there's any magazines that pick it up, we'll pay you a little commission from it, and they went ahead and sold it to like only newspapers, so we didn't actually make any money off it. I think I was more naive back then, and I think I didn't realise what was to come in face of like discrimination and stuff. I think Irish people in general were more kind of like silent judges. Like if we see something that's out of the ordinary or something we're not used to, we kind of silently judge it and stare at it, and we're just like, what's that? So I get that a lot. Just like people being confused with my gender, and yeah. But I think half the time I pass when I have my makeup done and I look all good. And then the other half I don't. But I think I'm always anxious. So in my head I'm always not passing. I know that when I'm in work, it's like every time I meet someone new, it's like I have to prove to them that I'm a woman. It's like having to convince someone of your gender constantly. And like I can tell by people's faces whether I've done okay or, you know. But like if someone comes in on a Friday evening and they're new and I haven't met them before, to be honest, I couldn't give a shit. It's like, do you want tea or coffee? This is me. But like one night, I remember it was like before Christmas, I finished work and I was waiting for my mum. My mum was like finishing up and she was coming over to collect me, and I was standing like kind of just a few doors down from the salon, and this group of like lads, like pure just like lads, drove past my car and they were shouting faggot at me as they were like waiting for the lights, and I got like, obviously I got like so freaked out. Like I often think, why didn't I just like throw something at them or get fucking angry, because I just think, why did I go home then and like obviously cry and like get upset about it when I could have just shut them down right there, and you know, I was hardly going to educate them while they were sitting in a car listening to boom 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 boom. I want to. Something like that could happen every couple of months, but then every day that I'm out I'm waiting for it. And then another thing is like dating, it's kind of out of the question for me because like I just don't ever want to get in a situation that I can't get out of, or you know, talk to a guy and then have to explain it to him in person just because I think that's quite dangerous. Like everything on my newsfeed and stuff, you always come across videos of trans women being beaten up, or you know, just you see some story about a trans woman being killed, and like you don't really see it in Ireland, but I don't know. You kind of just, I don't know. I just wouldn't. I just don't go there because, yeah.
Who's your role model?
My mom, definitely. I just think if my mom can get through everything that she's had to get through in her life, that'll be fine. It's like she was born into a mother and baby home and then adopted a couple of weeks later, and then she just had such a wild like teenage life, with drinking and everything, and then she got sober, and then she had Jamie, and then she was sent off to another mother and baby home because at the time they just didn't know what else to do. Yeah, but I suppose for her it was kind of like another abandonment, and she was being sent back to the place that she came from originally. So she's managed to get through it all, and she's like, yeah, she's amazing. So yeah, she's definitely my role model. When my dad left when I was 15, I had told him I was gay, and he didn't really talk to me for about 6 months. And then one day he was like, oh, do you want to meet up? And we met up, and he was like, I have something to tell you. And I was like, I kind of guessed. Because like, I don't know why, but I just had it in my head that he was going to go. But he was like, yeah, I'm moving to Africa with the kids and your stepmom. So they left the following day, and I like saw them off at the airport and everything, but I kind of knew that he didn't tell me because he was afraid he would get caught for leaving the country without paying for child benefits and stuff, like obviously child support for me, which he had never paid before anyway. But I think he kind of knew that my mum would like, even though she didn't, but he thought she would like call the guards and be like, he's trying to leave his responsibility or whatever. But he sent me like a couple of nasty emails when I came out. My granddad was kind of like the dad I always like needed. He was kind of like, for a lot of my life, he was like my stand-in dad because he did all the things that my dad should have been doing that he never did. And then when my dad left, my granddad was kind of like, you know, if you want to call me dad because I see you as my child, like, so yeah, then losing him this year was kind of hard. I took care of him for a year when I was doing my leaving cert, and I just stayed with them just in case there was ever like a fall or anything. But he was kind of slowly kind of losing his kind of mental awareness and stuff. And then after I came out, I kind of found it hard to go and see him, just because I went a couple of times and he didn't know who I was, and I had to like reintroduce myself and use my dead name so he'd understand. And eventually I just thought, no, I can't really put him through that kind of, confusion anymore. So I stopped going to see him and stuff. But I know that like if he had been mentally all there, he would have been like our number one supporter. My mum started off with going into the salon I'm working with first when I was younger. She didn't really have that much money, so every birthday and every Christmas my granny would give my mum vouchers to get her hair done. So I'd go in with her when she was getting it done, and I'd be like sitting there watching what they were doing, and I'd be like mesmerised, just because I loved like the glamour and everything in it, even though it's not really that glamorous. Walking down a salon all day with a sweeping brush.
Do you remember the first time you did one of your friend's hair?
Probably Aoife.
I remember the first time I ever dyed Chloe's hair.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
So we bought this, but we were probably like 13 or something. We bought this box day in Tesco. It was red or black, red I think, box day. And then we realised we'd never knew where to put it in. So, because my mum wouldn't have allowed us and her mum wouldn't have allowed us. So we went to, I think, the McDonald's toilet.
Oh yeah.
And we put it in there. And we tried rinsing it out in the sink, and then Chloe had to leave and we didn't have time to dry it on the hand dryer, and it was all a big disaster.
No, I went off with the colour underneath my hat. Yeah, sure, we didn't know what a toner was. We kept bleaching until it turned white.
Or fell out.
What was your first thought when I came out first? As Jen?
I don't know. It didn't really. I don't know. It didn't really affect me. I think, in a way, like.
Because I suppose like I was
just said
kind
okay.
It took me a while. I said it. I think I mentioned it a couple of times. I think I might be. Or
Well, I know that. Yeah, you always had you like, for example, you were always what's the word I'm looking for? Experimenting with your style and your hair, especially. I remember for ages you wanted like really long pink hair.
yeah.
And
Everyone used
things
to
like
be
that.
like,
So
no.
everyone, I mean, I even asked you before. I was like, what do you think that you might be, whatever chance? And I don't know. I think you said you didn't know, and then a couple of months later you said, yeah, I am.
I started there before I transitioned, so people would have had to relearn my name and stuff. And I think a lot of the stylists, obviously, because it's not every day you come across a trans person, but for them having to work with me before, like, they knew me since I was younger, coming in with my mom and stuff, so then having to relearn my name and my pronouns and stuff, it was kind of the same as like one of my family members or my friends having to learn, because they were my friends. But I think after a while it kind of just kind of clicked for a lot of them. When you talk to a lot of trans people, like, or go to any like events, it's all about like peacefully educating people and not getting angry. But that's fucking hard when you're going through it yourself. It's not some show that we're putting on. This is our lives. We're going through this every day. Like, the amount of shit that I have to deal with when I walk out of the house. And I know half of it's in my head, but half of it isn't. I'm 6'3". I know I can do my makeup well. I can do my hair well. I present well sometimes because I have the means to do it. I can afford the makeup. I can, you know, I know a lot about beauty and hair, and but like at the same time, it's like I still get the looks. I still get. It could just be tiring.
Okay, do you have like a life motto?
Be kind and have courage from Cinderella. So like cringe, but I just think if you can be kind and take everything on your chin, then you'll be fine.